It's not easy. Everyone deals with situations in different ways, and that's okay. And look, it's okay to be down. You need to embrace your pain, but don't let this bastard grind you down. It's not about having perfect and kind thoughts all the time. It's about not feeling the heavy and mean thoughts. Let them pass without allowing them to control your actions. When you feel your mental health declining, do one thing that brings you peace. I know it's difficult, but you gotta do it. You gotta move. It's okay to start small and slowly build your strength, both physical and emotional, but with a dose of dedication. One step will become 100, and you will be firmly on the path back to happiness. But it all starts when you move.
Hi, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Mission Growth Talk Show with Mateo Gil. Today, we have a very special guest in studio. Please help me welcome professional MMA fighter, Athena Martinez.
Hi, and
Well,
Merry
thanks for
Christmas.
joining us today. Thank you. Yes,
Pleasure.
I know we were talking a little bit backstage, and thanks for wishing me a Merry Christmas because actually I'm away from home right now. I don't know if you know, I'm in the military. So,
Right. Well done. Good job.
yeah, so thank you. But unfortunately, I'm not able to spend this holidays back home. So thank you for joining me because it does make the holiday season a little bit better.
Thank you. Look, I'll be at home with my legs up as well, so
Just
it makes
recovering.
us too.
So awesome. All right, Athena. Because we did get to talk backstage a little bit, I want to go into a segment that I like to call Fire for Effect. And basically, being in the Army, one of my jobs is we have to call artillery rounds and strikes on the enemy. And while we're calling these strikes, we have to say it quick and we have to think on our feet. So I'm going to ask you a little series of questions here, and you got to give me your quickest response, okay?
Yes, go.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Favorite food?
Food.
Which food? Which one?
Oh, favorite food. I thought like a show. Favorite food is lasagna.
Favorite music artist?
Music artist Bob Dylan.
Biggest fear?
Fear. Life.
Ice cream or protein shake?
Ice cream.
Celebrity crush?
George Clooney.
Knockout or submission?
Submission.
Favorite fighter?
Khabib.
Army or Navy?
Navy, sorry guys.
That's two shows in a row.
I love that.
Thank you for joining us. It has been a great show. I hope you have a lovely night.
I'm sorry.
Wow, that's
I
great.
just
You know
always
what?
wanted to join the Navy. I don't know why.
Well, at least you're a pro MMA fighter now. Well, Athena, that was fun. Thanks for playing. So I just want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are. I want to start off by asking you what inspired you to become a professional MMA fighter. And yeah, can we start off there?
Well, that's a question that I had to put a lot of thought into when I started because I wanted to find my why. And I think for me as a female fighter and as a woman in any area in my life, it's been always surrounded by people that didn't believe in my capabilities. So I've always wanted to make myself proud for achieving something. And I found that with sports and when I started weightlifting and then when I started with boxing and jiu-jitsu, I just had such great skills, and it came to me with like a lot of, I'm not the best learner, but it was like very good for my mindset. So it was helping me to develop that belief in myself and make myself proud every day. So that's how I decided to.
And how important is that why for you? You know, this is something that I've learned throughout the years is when you want to make a change, when you want to do something in your life, being able to have that why is what's going to move you forward. Can you just talk a little bit about that and how important your why is for you?
The difference between people that have a clear idea of their whys and the people that don't is that when you know why you're getting out of bed every day, when you have a goal, and you are working on that dream every day, you have a reason, and that makes your life more meaningful because you have a reason to wake up, to do your things, and you know that that's why that's your purpose in life. So that's
100%.
why.
So I mean, as everyone has seen in the introduction video, you're really positive, you're really motivated. A lot of athletes may not be as positive. Their mindset may be, yeah, I'm gonna work out, push through this workout. But I think it goes a lot deeper than just being able to push through a workout. Being a collegiate baseball athlete myself, my mindset was the number one thing that derailed me. How did you develop this mindset? Was it just at a young age, like you were just so positive, or like how did you come about that?
I think it's definitely something that you develop. It's definitely something that you gotta train as well. Your brain it's something that you gotta train, such as any muscle that you have in your body, right? And so people, when they getting stuck into that sad mindset, they get into that vicious circle that they never leave because they can't make the change. So once you train your mind to, okay, this is my reason to live, I'm gonna be a champion one day, this is my why, and I'm gonna not gonna stop till I get there. So once you have that why, it develops your mindset in a way that you don't stop, and that gives you that confidence. So I think, and then with the training things, we all have this develop this competitiveness, and we want to be better, but with the gym mindset, it helps to build your character as well. So everyone around you, it's a major part of developing who you are as a person and as a fighter.
Yeah, that's awesome. So obviously, recently, if they don't know out there, everyone that's viewing, you've currently been through a lot of adversity. I would love for you to tell your story of what happened, what's going on currently, and how you are overcoming that.
All right, so summing up, I was on my weigh-in date, so the day before my fight. I was doing my weight cut normally, and I finished my weight cut. I was on my 56 kilos, it was great. And I went to this cryotherapy place, and I was guided by my nutritionist at the time. And they put me in the cryo machine for 6 minutes, minus 195
And
degrees.
and for those of you that don't know out there, 3 minutes in a cryo chamber, Floyd Mayweather cannot even do that.
Yeah.
So 6 minutes, that's a long time. And I think that just goes to show your mindset as well and how strong you are.
Yeah.
So I just had to add that in there.
Yeah, so 6 minutes, and the temperature was actually wrong. I think the maximum is minus 180 or minus 150, and I was at minus 195. Anyway, I got these severe burns in both my legs, and I had to be rushed into the hospital. And on the next day, my entire legs were pretty much everything dead. So I had to do the surgery, and I removed 50% of the skin on my left leg, and I removed around 20% of the skin on my right leg. And that's been now 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yes.
And what did the doctors tell you at first? Did they tell you were going to be able to fight again? Like what were they saying?
Because the left leg, which was the major area, it's everything in the back. So the main concern would be how would I be able to bend my knee, and how would be my mobility. The main concern is that when you are having a jiu-jitsu match, or when you're in a fight, if you're not 100% healed, and if you don't have your mobility, and you have a massive scarring in that back of your knee, once someone forces your knee to stretch, it just rips your skin apart. So that was the main concern that the doctor had, and that's why I had to do the second surgery, because there were two massive areas of that muscle in there. And she was like, "Look, if you were a normal person, you could live with a limp, and that's fine. But because you're an athlete and you need to have a full extension of your legs, we need to remove that muscle, make a skin graft, and then you'll be able to compete again." So I'm like,
yeah. How long do you think until you're able to fight again? Like, what's the recovery time frame looking like for you?
So today I went back to the hospital, and I am able to start my upper body again. So
Nice.
I am seeing myself back at the gym in end of January.
Awesome. Definitely take it slow. I mean, I've been through injuries myself, and I tried to rush back, and that's one of the main reasons why I had to end my career is because of my health. So definitely take it slow. I mean, you have a great mind on you.
No,
You know how to push through adversity, and I think
it's
that
so
every
difficult
single
though.
it is, and every single great athlete in this world has their injury story.
Yeah,
You know, being an athlete, it should be in the definition you're
yeah,
going to get hurt,
yeah.
and
It's part
people
of
don't
the game.
realize that it's part of the game. So yeah, you know, I think that people don't realize that when they want to become a professional athlete, they think it's this glamorous lifestyle. They think
Yeah,
that it's something, oh, I'm professional. It's amazing.
yeah,
And granted, it is amazing because you get to do something you love, but people don't understand the nitty-gritty work that goes behind into it.
yeah.
You know, what is something that you would tell a young athlete that is starting out their career from high school to college, from college to professional? What would you give them some advice? What would your advice be to them?
I think it's the main thing is that what you exactly said right now is that understanding that adversities will come and you will have injuries and you're gonna have accidents, and that's what gonna determinate your values and your mindset. So you need to see all the adversities that you're gonna be facing in your career as blessings and as a way of learning something. So just be grateful for all the suffering or all the problems that you've been having in the beginning of your career or in the middle, because you're gonna find them. And also, like, never stop believing in yourself. You know, we are alive and this is a miracle in itself, so do something that makes yourself proud every day, you know. So you're not gonna change the world, and you're not gonna change your mindset if you don't believe in yourself and you just sit in the couch every day. That's not gonna build your confidence. And confidence in every sport matters. And it's just facing your fear and facing adversities that you're gonna build that confidence. Because it's not a matter of like not feeling insecure. Everyone feels nervous before a fight. Everyone feels nervous before a competition in any sort.
I was nervous before this interview with you.
So exactly, so
Yeah.
confidence is not about lack of insecurity. It's confidence is the capability of walking through a situation and facing it, but going through it with your head up and just facing it, you know.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why I started mental growth in the first place was because I noticed that a lot of people weren't facing their adversities and their challenges head on, or I wasn't myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I created it. I wanted to, you know, motivate, inspire, and create change throughout the world. And look at that. You know, that is my goal is to do it globally. And you're in Sydney, Australia right now. And how beautiful is that? Getting to live out my purpose thanks to you. So thank you for that. So real quick, I know you must have a ton of fight stories and experiences. Could you just share with us like a really cool fight story or something that you have that was most memorable in your career?
I'm gonna tell the story about my first jiu-jitsu match, um, which was I walked into this gym and it was my first day. And I walked to the coach, which was also Brazilian, and I say, "Hey, my name is Athena, and I want to start jiu-jitsu, and I know that there's a competition in 3 months from now, and I want us to train together so I'm able to compete in that competition." And he looks at me and he goes, "Look, you can come and train every day, but you know you're not going to be ready in 3 months." Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I was
Yeah.
training so hard twice per day, and I ended up like changing gyms. And in the middle, I ended up starting with the Australian top team that I fight out for now,
Hmm.
and I won. And I remember that I went there
Nice.
and I won all the matches, and I submitted with my favorite submission on the first match. You know, so I'm like, it's just sometimes about you're gonna have to believe in yourself, but you're also gonna have to have people around you that believe in you as well.
Your team is so important.
So
There's this
important.
great mentor that I went to feed. You ever heard of Tony Robbins?
No.
Tony Robbins. Okay, Tony Robbins
Oh,
is one of
Tony
the most.
Robbins. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Tony
the
Robbins.
accent.
Tony Robbins.
I love
So
him.
it's the
Yeah,
New
that's
York
the thing.
accent.
He keeps jumping in the morning.
That's what I was doing. Did you see what I was doing
Oh my
backstage?
gosh, really?
Hold on, I'll pull it. Let me pull it out for you guys.
Show me.
If I don't mess up my studio here.
Show me. Oh my gosh, is that good? Is that for real good?
So we got this little thing right here. It's called rebounding. Let me fix the camera so it's a little more up. So basically what this is, it's called rebounding. You're on the trampoline right now. I know you guys can't see, but you're not really supposed to jump too high or whatever. It's just nice and
Yeah.
low. Be in front of a mirror, and behind there I have these quotes, my affirmations, my vision, my why, all that stuff. And you do that in the morning. You play some good music, feel good, and oh, it gets you going. It primes you, and it's so awesome. But yeah, so I
That is
actually
so amazing.
where we first did this for the first time, um, I was in Fiji, and I went to one of his seminars.
All right.
Okay, so if you go on Netflix, you can watch. It's called "I'm Not Your Guru," and
Okay.
it's by Tony Robbins. It's a great episode, great show. And I went to that for the first time maybe about 2 years ago, and it was amazing. So me and my mother have flown to Fiji to go to another one of his events, and I'm expecting to see him there. This was an expensive event, and it was only about like a group of like 50 people. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, great, I'm gonna get Tony Robbins, this great guy, right there, all for myself. Yeah. I show up, and there's this big guy, and I'm like, well, he's not Tony Robbins. I'm like, who is this? Crap. Um, but it ended up being amazing. His name was Luke Wren, and I hope I'm saying that right. And it was such an amazing event with such great people. And about 2 years later, maybe just a few weeks ago, I attended his online seminar, which is a big reason why I'm doing this podcast and show today, because it helped me create my vision, my why,
Yeah.
my purpose.
Yeah.
He reinforced all those things that we talked about today, and I just needed to apply them. So,
And
yeah, so
I think it's so beautiful that you mentioned that, because we all had and we have moments in which we're going through Instagram and we watch a video, or we have someone that inspires us, and there's that moment when we have the goosebumps, and then we're like, oh, we are inspired, but then it's your decision in which, okay, so I'm inspired, what I'm gonna do with that? Am I gonna just let it go and pass through me and not absorb and not make it work in favor of my person? So I think that's when it clicked for myself. It's like, okay, I have this fire inside me, and that's when it came the why what would be my mission in life as well. And it's like, I want to be a role model. I want to be the person that everyone can turn in times of difficulty to search and look for strength, so I
yes.
have that idea and that goal in my life, that I want that people to know that I embrace all the suffering and all the joy in life, and I am living my standards and I'm building my character with that, because I want to be a role model for them, and be a role model for myself. And so I think that's beautiful.
And that's amazing. The biggest thing that I heard is you say, be a role model for yourself. And people miss that a lot. They focus on a mission that is outside of themselves, and they focus, oh, I got to change the world. I got to change this. And,
Yeah.
The one thing I learned at these events is when you create your purpose, you have to have yourself and others.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine real quick, because it's a whole process of a
Yeah.
script that they give you, and then they make you do funny things. They make you say it in like a Mickey Mouse voice, and you got to yell it in the screen, use your body and everything. So it's been 2 years now, and I can say the purpose of my life is to be the light inside myself and others, to create moments of unforgettable happiness. Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you.
Wow. Wow.
But thank you. But that was 2 years ago. So when I did this event with Luke, he had us re-update our purpose, and well, not re-update because it's not a
Yeah.
Tony linked event. So someone was having trouble creating their purpose, and it was so beautiful because I messaged them. I said, hey, and I made a video for them and I sent it, and I was able to help them by saying those two things: just include yourself and someone else, and it's easy, So
Wow, it
yeah.
is. Yeah, because we are also focused in this pressure of us changing the world, that we forget that the biggest thing that we need to change is ourselves. Is exactly what you mentioned, because and it goes back to being an athlete. Like, when you suffer an injury, the problem is not when you have the injury in your body, because we're used to the pain. But the problem is your mindset, is all the thoughts that go into your head, you know. So developing that strength, that's what people forget to, because they are just so focusing in, oh, I'm gonna do this for the other person, that they forget about themselves. They don't ask the questions
100%.
to themselves.
Yeah, their why is someone else. And you know, it might be okay at first to get you up and going if that's all you have, but ultimately it won't sustain. It's not sustainable.
Yeah, I think it's not fulfilling. Like it's always something, because what I get is everyone always messaging like, I feel that there is something missing, and there's something missing inside me, and I'm like, it's the meaning. It's the meaning for your life, you know. And I know that my life, I want to make a difference, you know. So that's my why. So what's your why? And
what's your why?
Don't ask themselves that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So real quick, we're gonna jump to this little game. It's a very easy game. It's called Higher or Lower. Very easy. So you'll you'll give one lucky viewer the opportunity to win $10 mental growth cash to our store. All you have to do is get 6 out of 10 correct. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I did terrible on the first one, but it's okay. I'm happy. Let's go.
Love the positivity. Guys. All right. This is an easy one. We have a King of Hearts. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay.
Okay.
No, listen.
I don't speak English very well.
Listen, it's okay. Our last guest spoke English perfectly fine, and she said the same exact thing. I pulled out a 3, and she said lower. So I'll just explain this. You're fine. I'm going to explain this. So it's okay. So a deck of cards, you have the ace, the king, the queen, I can't speak. The ace, the king, the queen, the jack. Then you got 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So a king, the only thing that's higher than a king is an ace.
Yes.
So if I pull a king, you'd want to say
I need to say
lower.
Ace. No.
You need to say lower. You don't.
Tell her, you know, you're just guessing whether or not the next card will be.
So if I pull out a king, you have to guess whether the next card is going to be lower or higher.
Could be an ace. So why didn't I say high?
It could be, but the odds are not in your favor there.
All right.
Yeah.
I am still very confused. Let's do it.
Cool. Okay. King of Hearts, higher or lower?
Lower.
Queen of Hearts. That's a good one. Queen of Hearts, higher or lower?
Higher.
We have a 7 of clubs. Higher or lower?
Higher.
We have a Joker. Wow. Right there. I didn't touch upon the Joker card, but that is a very special card. So we'll talk about that later at the end of the show. But one lucky viewer will get a special gift because you did that right there. Yes. Okay, so 7 of clubs, a higher or lower. What did you say again?
I said higher.
Higher? We have a 6 of hearts. Higher or lower?
Higher. I'm a positive person. I'm always going to go higher.
Oh! I'm fumbling. Okay, we have a Queen of Hearts right there. All right, are we keeping track? How many does she have?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. You're doing pretty well right now. And you got the Joker card. That's pretty amazing. All right. Ooh, Queen of Hearts, higher or lower?
Lower.
We have a 3. That is awesome. Higher or lower than the 3?
Higher.
It's a 2. Higher or lower?
Higher.
We have a 9 of hearts.
Yes.
How many is that?
That's 5 out of 8.
Like 15,
5 out of 8 right there. 5 out of 8. 2 more cards. All you need is 1. All right, you ready? Higher or lower than a 9?
Higher.
We have a 3 of hearts, but that's okay. That's a great card. Higher or lower?
Higher.
We have a 5 of diamonds. Hey, we got a winner. Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Well, one lucky winner will win $10 store credits.
Winner.
Yes, that's awesome. Is there anything that you'd like to add and say? Any last thoughts that you have?
I think it's pretty much understanding that it's been a very difficult year for everyone. Everyone has had a difficult year, and don't take your pain from you just because someone is going through a situation that seems to be a little bit more difficult and challenging than yours. So embrace everything that you're going through, but don't stop there. Don't stay stuck in there, and just be productive. And remember that you are a miracle. Being alive is already a miracle. So make a change and make something happen in your life and for yourself.
And what does mental growth mean to you?
It's a non-stop learning. Once you once you think you got something figured out, that you learn a lesson, then another challenge is gonna come. So the mental growth is the non-stop ups and downs of life. It's gonna come a mountain in front of you. You're gonna climb the mountain, and then it's gonna come a higher mountain for you to climb, and then you're gonna be more capable and stronger. So you're gonna go higher and gonna keep growing. So keep developing and keep developing that mental
Awesome.
strength, because never stops.
Awesome. And I do want to thank you. You were one of our early followers. So it really does mean a lot for your
Because you guys are
support.
amazing, I must say.
Oh, thank
It
you.
inspires me.
Does it? It means a lot. You know, I started mental growth when I was in AIT job training, and you know, you're at the bottom. Like you just finished. You know, you're in military training. That's tough. So I did want to create this, and some days, you know, I sit here and I ask myself, am I really having the impact? And to hear someone say that it keeps me going, and I couldn't thank you enough. I do want to leave you with this quote for the day, and I think that it pertains to both of us a lot right now. It's by Luke Wren, you know, the guy that I told you in Fiji who was not Tony Robbins. Luke, you're amazing. Thank you for everything that you do.
We love you, Luke.
We love you. He said, "You are exactly where you need to be to get to where you want to go."
Wow. You're gonna make me cry like this. Wow. Yes.
It helped me so much to accept where I'm at and move forward.
Yeah.
And yeah, so thank you for joining us today. You've been amazing. I'm sure our viewers have enjoyed this. I'm truly blessed, and thank you for joining.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.